Just got done messing with painting the engine. Let's try that again. Pretty good whistle, huh? And now I guess I'm going to tackle this trunk. I've talked about it 8 million, thousand, trillion times and figure out where this damn thing goes. So I got to get this mess cleaned up. Probably going to shut her down, crawl in the hole, and I'll bring you in there with my fancy light and we'll mark it and figure out how to get her tacked in place. I guess the other thing is I'm not really sure. I'm gonna kind of guess it goes like that. Is it up? I'm gonna guess it goes flush. But I could look at pictures, or I could grab my trunk key and my light, and we can walk out to the old DDSS 57 and see what it looks like on that one. Seems like a reasonable way to figure out how it's supposed to go. 57, but I'm sure they're all the same. I recently put the car back here behind the Montana garage. Free up some parking spaces, being it's winter and all. All right, so this one shows, you can see that it's even a little below the lip, so it's kind of flush with this bend down here. I'm assuming it's never been messed with. All right, so yeah, flush or leave it a little below even. I'm sure it doesn't really matter exactly, just as long as it's gonna close, right? All right, we got some work to do in here one of these days too. I took that big black panel out of there. I don't know if I made a video of it. I don't know if I showed you guys. Someday you'll see that. All right, back to work. Probably a good time to check the old propane bottle beans out here too. I don't know if you guys can pick it up on the video, but right about here's the frost line. Almost time for more propane. All right, back inside here. So based on what we saw out there, so this looks a little different. We got a lip and then a little hard for you guys to see unless I turn you upside down. Whoa! Still can't see it probably, but there's like a little bend right there, which is basically the inside of that bend. So it looked like on the 57 out there, it was basically flush with that inner bend. I'm not even showing you guys what I'm doing. So anyways, somewhere right in here, something like this is what it's gonna look like. I'm probably gonna sneak it up just flush enough that I can try to weld it right to that lip, if that's gonna work. The angle might be, maybe I need to compare what the angle is. Anyways, it doesn't really matter so long as the little doodad right there goes in the bleepy bloop right there. That's all we're looking for. Got her mostly cleaned up. Little mental note, the little vacuum wouldn't go down in this little hole far enough, and there is a bunch of walnut shells down in there, so I gotta get, I can blow it out I guess, but I'm gonna see if I can find a nozzle for the vacuum that'll get down there so I don't have to just blow it everywhere else. Alright, so it's time. I don't know why I kept saying crawl through the hole. I think what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna hop in the trunk here. Ow, hit my head already. Striking out so far. And see, I don't have the trunk like 100% lined up or, you know, aligned or whatever, but I got it pretty darn close. We got good gaps all the way around. I think like one trunk, the corner up by the driver's side was a little high, but kind of echoey in here. All right, I'm gonna set that down. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. We got headlight in a trunk
Don't know what I'm doing, can't see what I'm doing. I mean, I don't know why right there wouldn't work. If I put it right there, just tack weld it right in place. I guess I should probably actually shut it, but then I gotta crawl out of here, because I don't have anybody here to let me out. And I marked each end, plus it gave me a line in the center there just to line up. So I'm gonna just I'm gonna tag it right there. See what happens.
I'm gonna grab my trunk key and actually shut it down one more time and check out the gaps and make sure, because obviously when that pin goes in this thing, it's gonna pull it a little bit, you know, if I needed it to. I'm trying to put it in there kind of neutral where it's not pulling it one direction or the other. Get my line out of the way. I mean, the gaps are not perfect on this thing. I mean, it's kind of wavy. That's something I actually tried to fix that one. I didn't do a very good job, so I gotta mess with that some more. But we're pretty consistent up there. And again, this quarter panel's been all screwed up, so it's all fat right here. But the corners look about the same. I don't know, I'm not gonna get it much better without, we're definitely tight here though. So that means the whole trunk has got to come out, but then, yeah, I can see where it could come out a little bit. So maybe I better check that out. All right, let's go exploring. I just left it latched down. This is elongated, so like I said, the trunk might need to move out a little bit, but I think it's gonna have room to do that, even if we don't adjust it before we weld this on. Bring the light in from the side. So let's see if the trunk, that just means I may want to put it like that. More of an angle. If I have it too straight out like this, then we're not gonna have as much room to put back. Maybe what I should do is tack it with it closed. That way I know it's where I want it, right? I think I got it figured out to where I can do it from out here. Try to clean this up a little bit for the weld. I think she's gonna go just like that. So just gotta get that bad boy turned on, stick it in place. I don't know if that was very good. Seemed a little better. All right, let's see if she shuts before I go in there. You guys can stay in there and see what it looks like from in there. Did I just knock it off? Nope.
crawl through the inside and just make sure, see what it looks like. Before I buzz it on the rest of the way. Looks like it could go a hair towards the latch. It's hitting that and then pulling it over. Dang it. Actually felt like it moved a hair. Problem is on this side, it's kind of a way in the middle. Looks like that ought to work. Alright, I'm not gonna lie, I ground those off because they're pretty ugly. I turned the welding machine up a little bit. See if we can make a couple better looking taps. Much better. Well, a little better anyways. Alright, there's the tab in place, and every time I close the trunk lid down, I get more and more walnuts coming out of there. A little bit more falling out of the top up there. Anyways, now I gotta take the trunk lid back off because, well, I just don't really need it on there yet. I gotta finish getting it ready to prime and clean up the latch and the little doohickey thingamabobber jiggery there, and get this surface rust off of here, and then decide if we're actually going to prime this thing or just going to let it ride until this spring when we're actually ready to prime and do body work. So I'm not sure what's next.